Okay. Hey. For my non-Western class, I will be discussing Hsun. He was a very iconic Chinese writer who wrote in the genre of Chinese modernism as well as realism. He was able to highlight and emphasize how how devastating the mindset of earlier Chinese society was towards this new view of what China should be in the modern world. He brought in a Chinese movement which disrupted the conflict that was happening in China, both internally as well as externally, with, due to war and social identity. Um, One way he did this was because through his vernacular writing. Vernacular really focusing on the distinction that he wrote from the everyday's man um, language, and not only in as well as incorporating aspects of the formal um, forms of writing. So it was understandable for everyone, which is one of his best modalities for ex- for the large expansion of his work. Um, so through his writings, he was trying to disavow and characterize early Chinese literature and ideals. So this is focusing on gender norms, um, how females were just like were not viewed as comparable to men, um, and this weird, super masculine, super formal forms of how men should work. Talking about government, he didn't was not a huge fan of imperialism. Wanted to get rid of that as fast as he could, as well as general social views. So when you were looking at his pieces, we have to take a look at his history. It it sort of shaped his ideology towards now. So he grew up in a middle class family, and all that came crashing down upon all that came crashing down upon financial ruin. His father died, um, received no help really from the government, and he was he was able to see the world from a different point of view due to his um, economic and social decline, which is why he felt so vibrantly for the political change that needed to happen within the country of China. Um, Now, some of his writings, which was the true story of Al-Q, Diary of a Madman, Medicine, these were all super popular during the time, and there's tons of new modern writers who attribute their development to Hsun. So in his pieces, he talks about anti-imperialism, how he also characterized the everyday man as someone who was cruel, who was weak, who didn't want to disrupt the traditions that was holding them back. They were afraid of the new. So he was trying to showcase how their previous culture does not work anymore and how they need to move forward to the future. Um, which is very similar to what he learned while he was working and studying in Japan. Um, and how even he recognized the importance of literature and how that forms this consistent thoughts of all people, which help more than become a pharmacist. Um, so yes, uh, and then Liu Xiaonan was quite revolutionary for the Chinese as well as the Western world because he was using his view of the Western world to influence own uh, his own writings that affected China at the time. Yeah, that is what I learned about Al Q and how he shaped his literature. Thank you so much.